Hello and good evening. Peace, greetings, everyone. Welcome to the Insights with Transformation Leaders. Today, we're going to meet another amazing transformation leader from Malaysia, Datin Subramaniam. Welcome, Datin.
Hi, Azeeza. Thank you for the introduction.
Thank you and welcome.
Everyone.
Yes, and I'm so happy that Datin is joining us today. She is a business leader, a board of director for Glen Distinction Berhad, Malaysia, the mother of two beautiful teenagers and social impact worker, co-founder and president of Malaysia World Chamber of Commerce, founder of World Women Investment Forum. I am so thrilled and excited that we are having you on the show, Datin. Welcome once again.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Azeeza, for inviting me for this session.
Just to get it clear, did the introduction come through? There's an aeroplane flying up here. Did you hear my introduction?
There was somewhere in my house. Yes, I did.
Okay, that's good. So we're so happy that
so
he's
here.
Flying. Yes, you're right. That's right. This session, this series of Insights with Transformation Leaders is a project of Go Global Business School. We have been bringing amazing leaders into this space, sharing very insightful transformation journey they have been on. And today, Datin is going to share with us how, as a board of director for a group of companies, right now she has gone into a step further of impacting the community through her women initiative. So there's going to be quite a bit of conversation with these amazing women. And Datin, tell us a little bit about your business journey before we jump into your social space.
Thank you, Azeeza. Thank you for inviting me again. It's a pleasure to be here, and likewise, thank you for everyone who is joining us in this call. Business journey for me. I've always been in corporate for almost 20 years. I was. In a country role, in a regional role, in a global role. I've always been in human resources. So people is my business. So I've always been in people's business. But I think the journey came where I went into the business. It's purely because of family. There was a need for me to be involved in the family business. So Glen Distinction Berhad is actually a family business. My own siblings are running it, and I'm part of the board of directors in some of the companies that we have. We have various businesses in terms of IT, in terms of property development, in terms of investment, venture capitalism, and then also into labor resources. So various businesses that we have in the group. So I am part of an IT group that I'm involved in. So basically, I do a lot of project management plus resourcing, BPOs. Those are the roles that I get involved in. So that's how I got involved in it about 6 years ago.
Okay. Your internet is going a little bit off.
Trying to, yes.
So it's really wonderful that Datin went from the space of corporate world into business, which is also her family business. I'm sure the internet will come back in a while, and she will be joining us. And how about right now, looking at the work of Datin, her women initiative, that is the Malaysia World Chambers. I'm going to put in the link for everyone to look at it. It is basically something that supports women entrepreneurs in a very magnificent way. She has been working with some of the who's who of the Malaysian industry, Malaysian space, Malaysian government, as well as Malaysian community, right, with the businesses, as well as for women empowerment. And I know that we've been having a discussion with her on how she's planning a lot of women empowerment work in Malaysia. I'm just hoping that she's going to show up real soon, and we're going to wait for her in a while. We will be getting her on. So as I speak on the Malaysia World Chamber of Commerce, it is a body that was completely in the vision of highest level of true women empowerment in Malaysia, a gateway to the culture, tradition, and hospitality of Malaysian women to the world. So isn't that powerful, to be the gateway and to enhance Malaysian economy and generate women investment in Malaysia? It's all about the money. And then a platform of young Malaysian women entrepreneurs to compete in the world arena. As we speak about this, it is also about unleashing hidden talent and strength of Malaysian women. Datin, are you there? Your screen is frozen. Maybe you want to exit and come back. Oh, yeah. All right, great. She's going into the phone, and that would be much better. So as I was saying about the World Chamber that is set up by Datin, the vision is really, really exciting because we're talking about Malaysian women in leadership and also taking forth, and just now she was sharing some very insightful conversations on how women in Asia, or rather the world, can also be integrated with world in women leadership in Malaysia. So just uplifting women as a whole. This is Kay. So we are having a bit of challenge with her internet, so please bear with us. I'm also looking at her website, which is so much of work. If you are someone in the space of women empowerment and women growth, especially in the space of business, this is the connection you need to have. I'm just going to put in the website that she is having so that we can check it out as well. Her mission in this project is very, very heartwarming. A lady that I have, full of passion, I would say, and enthusiasm, the way that she has been communicating with me in the last couple of weeks, knowing her. This chamber that has been set up is one of her two initiatives, and the chamber primarily thrive at the fullest capacity by developing women's strength, Malaysian women's strength, and also by grooming and elevating their inner talents, empowering them to achieve their highest level of success while maintaining quality, culture, and patriotism, which is so important, isn't it, when we look at a Malaysian space. All right. Yes, Datin, you're back.
Yes.
I'm talking.
Oh my
I'm
God,
just
my
continuing
internet is
talking
so
to make sure
bad.
that so. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So sorry about this.
No problem. No problem. I'm so happy. I was just talking what could have been possible through you. So I was talking about the chamber. So tell us, Datin, you had an amazing experience from corporate to family business, and it's a business that is structured as a corporate as well. So that's not much different for you really in that space. So what inspired you to take on the journey of social projects that you have set up to do?
I think it's a lot to do with my childhood, because as I was growing up, my mom and my dad, especially my mom, she's from India, and coming from a hardcore background, meaning we came from a plantation, and to educate us, she had to do so many roles. She had to carry so many roles. She was a mother. She was doing side business. She was also a worker, a laborer. So many
Wow.
roles that she played, to ensure her children are properly educated. And all five of us, I have four other siblings, and all five of us are university graduates. And I
God bless.
think, and I think, my the intention or my passion to help other women actually came from my mom, looking at how she struggled and how she kept her tenacity, how she kept her motivation, just to make sure that her kids are educated and they don't go through what she went through, in terms of in terms of financials and in terms of the support. So I while I was growing up, I saw that in her, and my the whole intention of going into women empowerment is to reflect, it's a lot of reflection from that. I wanted to help more women, to be independent, whether it's financially or emotionally. I want to help more women to be financially independent, particularly financially independent. And that's one of the reasons why we set up the chamber. We founded the chamber because through the chamber, we want to encourage more women to do business. It doesn't matter what scale, whether it's a micro business or home-based business. We wanted to give them an avenue or an opportunity for them to elevate themselves to a level where they can be financially independent. And that was my passion, and I wanted to do that. I don't want to do it as a charity or as a social work, but I wanted to do it as a business entity, which is why the chamber was born. And
Very nice.
through the chamber, we do a lot of programs to help women, be it for entrepreneurship as well as personal development, self-development. Because if you are not internally strong, in terms of your spirituality, and spirituality doesn't mean religious, but more of your internal strength. If you're not strong, no matter what you do, the outcome will always be, not enough, or you don't have the strength to carry it through.
That's right.
So the programs that we do is basically self-development, support, and as well as a sort of avenue for them to go into entrepreneurship, and then create an opportunity for them to, or expose them to other avenues that is available for them. That is the reason of our chamber, setting up our chamber.
Fantastic. I still remember when I was getting into business, this is the one mantra that was told to me: grow yourself to grow your business.
Yes,
So that
yes,
kind of stuck on me so much that, it became the lifelong learning journey that I think every entrepreneur need to be engaged in. And that's what you are encouraging. And that is the very good milestone, or rather the foundation, stepping stone for anyone to get.
absolutely. Absolutely. That is the foundation, because if we don't take care of ourselves, if we are not strong internally, whether be it business, family, whatever it is that we do, a lot of the reflection is based on us being able to sustain whatever journey that we are taking. And spirituality gives that sustainability for us to, do whatever that we want to do in life. It gives you the passion, it gives you the strength, and it gives you the internal motivation for you to keep going and not giving up.
Yes, and the internal clarity, so that you
Yes.
are kind of guided. You know that you are guided,
Yes.
just like how we are
Yes.
guided to meet each other.
Yes, absolutely. Intentional meeting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's so beautiful, and I just love it that you are having. So you created one, which is the World Chambers, and then now you have another one, which is the World Investment Forum, Women Investment Forum, and that sounds yet another exciting platform. So, what is the difference between the two, and how did that come about, and why did you move in from the business space into this space? We still want to get more from you on that conversation.
Right. Well, when you mentioned that I created it, it's actually not me. I think per se, it's always about a group of women or a group of individuals, and of course, my founder is a man, Dr. Palakal, and he mooted this idea. And if you really look back, a lot of these women empowerment or whatever that we do, there is always a man behind it. Just like when we say, there is a woman behind a man. In our case, there is a man behind us. So our founder, the key founder, is Dr. Palakal, and of course the rest of the people. we like-minded individuals, the women, we came together and said, you know what, this is what we want to do, and this is what we want to create, so that it creates a platform for everyone, for a common platform for everyone to gain the confidence, the knowledge, and so we become that platform for women to do what they want to do. And coming to World Women Investment Forum, the idea why we created that is, when I started traveling in 2019, that's where a lot of my work in terms of collaborating with other women organizations outside of Malaysia started. In 2018, 2019, I was traveling quite a bit. I went to Bahrain, I went to Bangladesh, I went to India. I met a lot of women, strong women leaders in their field, and how they are making change in the world, whether be it in the business or be it in the social work. And so the intention was more to collaborate with all these women organizations, and then create some sort of an engagement with each other, because a lot of times we work in pockets, meaning whatever we do, we work in networks, be it in Malaysia or even in Malaysia, we have a lot of individual network or women network or systems that is in play. So our thought process, or our intention was to bring these different networks to one common platform where we can exchange in terms of trading businesses, business matching, how do we do business with each other, whether you are, some organization, women organization in Bangladesh, they want to come to Malaysia, they want to, collaborate with the Malaysian women businesses. So there was a lot of opportunity that I saw in that. And so the intention to create World Women Investment Forum is basically, it is actually, initially it was called World Women Trade and Investment Forum. So it's basically a business exchange, as well as these kind of expand the businesses that wanted to expand to new markets. We give them an opportunity to look for funding. So the investment is where we were working with some investors from different countries, where they were looking out to invest in women-owned businesses. And
Nice.
there are not many organizations
That's
that are championing this. So we wanted to do that, bring in the entities that are focused on investing in women-owned businesses. And so we were actually bringing them into this platform, and then creating an event where we give that avenue for investors to review, to look at the different type of businesses that are out there and what sort of investment they can look at, and at the same time educating the women entrepreneurs on what are the different types of funding that is available, how can they access these kind of funders or investors, and the VCs. So we were supposed to do a program last year, which is called the WWIF, and we were supposed to have about 15 countries joining us in this forum, and there were investors as well as leaders and different countries, different women organizations. They were supposed to participate. So that was the intention of creating the World Women Investment Forum, is to give that avenue to women-owned businesses and encourage them. Because if you really look at it economically, I think we have so much of potential to grow. And a lot of times, it's not that we don't know, we know, but I think a lot of times we don't explore the opportunities that are out there, and
we are still playing
tend to
very small.
compromise.
We're
Yes,
still playing
exactly.
very small.
Exactly.
In fact, one of the equity, one of the Crunchbase, if you were to go in crunchbase.com, they have recorded that women founders have been raising funds, and it's about 4.5 billion only out of the whole. I'm talking about equity funding. So the
Yes.
numbers are still very limited because they have been playing really small. They're like contended in that space, and sometimes
Yes.
like we don't have an organization like what you have around the world, especially in Asia, that is kind of rallying for this intention. So you are like such a trailblazer for this, to happen.
Thank you, thank you. It's a project. It's a momentous project. But I think when I started the journey, there was a lot of supporters. There was a lot of people coming forward to help us, and there was a lot of, in fact, a lot of women organization as well. They wanted to be part of it because they see the value in it. Because a lot of times, rightly you said it, we think only within the circle that we are in. We don't look beyond it, how to grow our business. So the exposure that I got when I started traveling to all these countries, was that there's so much of opportunities. It is limitless, and
Yes,
sometimes we limit ourselves within the country that we are based, or within the state we are based, or the region, or even
the
within the
language.
environment that we are in. But the intention of this World Women Forum, or World Women Investment Forum, is to expose the women, either be it in Malaysia or in any other country, that there's so much of opportunities available outside of your business
Comfort zone.
area. Yes,
Yeah.
comfort zone, exactly. Comfort zone. So that is the whole intention of that. And bringing all these women together is to create that momentum, and then create that kind of engagement with each other, so that they can connect with each other and look at more opportunities out there.
Fantastic. When you said you were traveling, I was just going to come in and tell you when we were able to travel. I was like,
Oh
okay.
yes. Oh God, I
Well,
get invitations every now and then, and I'm like, okay, I can't travel. I can't quarantine myself for a month.
yeah. So I think this is really important, what the momentum you have started, and it's such a powerful journey that the world is waiting for, because this last 1 year has been a time where women have become, I will use the word louder, in a
Yes,
good way, in a good way.
yes,
And what you are
yes,
doing, especially when estimated 50% of the world is made up of women, imagine
yes,
if we can support the economy with the men.
yes,
That
yes,
is that
yes.
is that is a powerful journey we're talking about,
Absolutely,
working
absolutely,
together. So it is very,
absolutely.
very important.
Yeah. I this afternoon I had a conversation where, I think the pandemic has actually pushed uh, the women entrepreneurs to the forefront now, because there's no limitation. There's no 9 to 5 job anymore.
That's right.
You can be sitting in your living room, in your kitchen, and still conducting a business, or still doing your work. So it
Yeah.
has become limitless. There is no such thing as men or women. The pandemic has pushed us to that, and the workspace, or the work time, or even how we do business is going to change.
Yeah.
And I had a conversation 2 days ago talking about the one part that is going to reduce a lot more is the business travel, because a
Yes.
lot of the businesses are saying you don't need to be physically there to do business. You
Yes.
still can do it through this kind of discussion. You still can do whatever that you need to do, your presentations, or your yes, you need to have that face-to-face engagement, but a lot of follow-ups can still be done through the over the internet. So I think it is changing. The dynamics of how we are doing business is changing. The way we are doing events are changing. A lot of things. I think this is a good thing for women entrepreneurs, or women generally, even women workers, employees, is changing. And I think it's also going to push employers to look at the workforce that has been left behind because of, for whatever reason, either as a childbirth or looking after the kids or looking after parents, I think that workspace is going to change as well with all this pandemic that's going on, because you're going to have more people working on a flexible hours, working from home. And I think this is a good thing for the women workforce,
Yeah,
because
so
it's
it
going to
kind of
create a
like
new space.
it kind of removed all the office
Barriers.
and home barriers. It's like
Yes,
office is at
yes,
home. No, office is
yes,
office, home is home. Now suddenly office is home. Like,
yes,
home is office.
yes,
So that
yes.
kind of leveled up everything. I think a lot of people are talking about leveling up. So that became a norm that husbands were required to do the things at home. Men were made to do things that they were not supposed to be doing at home. And
Yeah.
women are also doing, I'm using the word supposed to as in like, that's how some of the houses
Especially
are.
in the Asian culture.
Anyway, thank you so much, Datin. What would you like to leave the message for today's audience? I think you have given so much of insights to leadership in Asia from a whole different perspective, like never shared before in our channel. I just want to put it out to you. So I really want to thank you for the excitement and the enthusiasm and the life and energy you bring to this space for women, which is so important. So tell us, what would you like to leave for humanity, for people watching this in terms of transformation leadership?
I think one thing that I wanted to highlight is that, can you imagine? I mean, the pandemic has changed our world, the way we work. Can you imagine if the workforce, the women workforce have increased? And can you imagine the amount of economic change that is going to create for a country? And I think this not just relevant to the employers, but it is also relevant to the businesses, it's relevant to the government, to create more policies to change that around, where you create more flexibility for women folks, those who are, be it homemakers or be it,
Mm.
working from an office or whatever level they are in. I think it's, if the government have, or the agencies or the employers, to take a look at their current policies and allow that kind of flexibility for women, I think it will create so much of ripple effect, and then it's going to create a lot of impact in the economy, in the way that we are doing business. A lot of things going to change. And if you really look at the countries that are those are forerunners in this. Particularly, you look at women leaders who are from New Zealand, from many of the European countries. We have had leaders, in Bangladesh. We had such a dynamic lady running the country. There is so much of traction that has been happening in the women
Yes.
empowerment space. So I think we need to do more as an individual, as well as an organization, as well as a country. I think there are a lot of things can happen with women, leading the change for
Thank you
ourselves as
so
well
much.
as for the country. Thank you.
Absolutely. This is all about collective leadership and collective responsibility. And you said it so beautifully. I mean, I just love your stand with women in a whole different way. And it's a real blessing that we are
Thank you.
able to connect that in so that we can
Thank you.
impact more people together. So,
Thank you.
friends, this is so amazing and so inspiring. We love you to share this video with everyone and let more women and men be inspired on how men are going to get real excited with partnerships getting more stronger, for more people to grow together. So get this video out there for more people to learn from and grow with. So we'd like to thank you, Datin, once again for your valuable time, for being with us.
Thank you, Azeeza. Thank you so much for the invite, and thank you for all the audience who've been watching us. I really appreciate it. There are so much of things. Azeeza, you are doing an amazing job. I think please keep doing this. I think we need to bring in more leaders, especially women leaders, to talk about the opportunities, talk about the kind of challenges, the issues that we can actually create, not create challenges, but more opportunities that we can create with each other. I think that is a great work you're doing. I really
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Datin,
personally.
and
Thank you.
thank you so much. And thank you, everyone. You know, whether you're watching the live or the recording as it goes out there, you're going to be having a real treat with this session. This is a project of Go Global Business School. We'll meet you again with another amazing transformation leader next time. So see you soon. Thank you, everyone, for watching.
Thank you. Thank you so much.